How we doing? Just in case you haven't seen any of my videos, I'm portraying Achilles, who I feel as though is the greatest warrior that the world has ever known, and in my opinion, he was the epitome of independence, and I'm an independent. I have no political loyalties. I'm having a debate, an ongoing debate with newwind07, and the guy's he's very smart. He's a smart guy, but I think in a lot of ways that a lot of this stuff, he's like a critical thinker when you need common sense. Common sense would tell you that if you follow the Constitution and you limit your government to what the Constitution says that they're allowed to do, we'll all live free and fine. But the problem is critical thinkers like this gentleman have come in and say and tried to figure out ways to work around the Constitution, to give more power to the government, to give more power to the government over the people. And that's the problem here. We're dealing with these complex issues because we're not supposed to be here. We're not. It's not supposed to be complex. Okay? Healthcare, for example. He says, is Barack Obama even that progressive? He's a progressive. He's a progressive liberal. Progressive first. Okay? Because there was a liberal movement, and the progressives have hijacked the liberal movement. So he's a progressive first. He's also a black liberation theologist. And that is something you need to figure out. And you need to come to the realization, my friend, is you don't realize who you're dealing with here. You don't even know the man. Okay? Read the things that he has read. Saul Alinski's Rules for Radicals. This is in his head. This is what he taught to his Acorn community organizers. Okay? Healthcare. He said himself he's for a single payer. Yeah, he's not saying it now because that's not popular. He's for single payer. These progressives, all they do is raise taxes and destroy. Listen, if this is what the United States of America will be, wherever a progressive state and local government has existed, look at where they are. Look at how those areas are. Detroit. How's that doing? 20 years of progressive rule. Higher taxes, big unions, the killer of corporations, the killer of companies, the killer of small businesses. Everybody ends up on the dole. Chicago. How's it going over there? Wherever progressives have led, those areas have declined into poverty. California. Come on. The reason why New York is the way it is because of Giuliani. If that's progressive run now, watch the decline. Nothing's happened with the Trade Center since it happened. 8 years. Trade Center's still a hole in the ground. A scar. Because that's what they want it to be. Do you not understand that? They want that to be a pockmark for the world to see forever. A scar. We should have reconstructed that whole thing. Obama's a progressive. Okay? And what progressives do is they undermine the society. They burden the individual with taxes. You think it's all for corporations? $250,000 a year is where the cutoff is for the new tax increases for this tax bill? Because that's what the healthcare bill is, a tax bill. So you believe that the $250,000 tax and up is okay? Don't you want to make $250,000 a year? I know I do. Everything you use, everything will be taxed. Every person will be taxed. 10% tax hike in income taxes in California. Did you hear about that? Boom, out of the blue. Waxman and all his friends up there sitting there, they come out of this big tax meeting smiling. Oh, we had a blast. What were we doing? We were coming up with new taxes. That's why they came up with the Botox tax. They were having a great time because they're running the show now. We get to tax. Taxing stifles growth, my friend. I don't give a shit where you got your economic degree. I don't care what color blood is running through your veins. That is a fact, my friend. small business. And these regulations that you speak so highly of suck. My truck is nothing but a glorified pickup truck, rack body. And now there's so many regulations on that one vehicle, I don't want to go get another one. I don't want to grow because everything increases. My inspections have gone up from $20 to $105. Do you understand? My registration fee has gone up. My insurance has gone up. Because of regulations. It's to kill the small business. Do you not understand that? Workman's compensation, you get a clue how much that is for one person in a year? I barely make that in a year. Actually, if I put it this way, if I had to get one person, which I work alone because of it, if I had to get one person working for me, that would be half of what I make in a year for profit. But that's ridiculous. Just workman's compensation. It's regulations, my friend. You know, you want real competition in healthcare, man. Stop the government, the local governments, and stop the insurance companies working together to keep people from freely buying insurance anywhere they want in the country. That's anything other than that is ignorant. They don't even address that. Paying for abortions? You think that someone who does not believe, that believes that abortions is murder, you believe that person should have to pay for another person to get an abortion? How about education here, my friend? How about some personal responsibility? If I eat McDonald's every single day, and I grow up and all of a sudden I'm 45 years old, I got a home, I got a family and all this, and now I've got diabetes or something and I'm dying, and I can't afford the procedure or whatever the case may be, and I go to lose my home, you think that that's somebody else's responsibility to help me pay for that? Because I might lose my home and go into bankruptcy? Who ate the damn cheeseburgers, my friend? Listen, if you would have followed the Constitution from the beginning, the government wouldn't be in any of these things. They wouldn't be fleecing the American people with Social Security. They wouldn't be fleecing the American people. Fleecing. Because Social Security, they've taken that money from these people. Do you understand? They've taken all that money from these people. And now they're saying there's no money left? Or there soon won't be any money left? That's government, my friend, and you want this? These are all social progressive ideas that never work. Yes, the people on them love them. Why wouldn't they? They paid into it. But they're unsustainable, my friend, and that's the plan by the progressives, is to push all of these unsustainable things onto the American people to collapse the economy and the structure and the society so that they can rewrite this, my friend, to get what they wanted, which is a ruling class, and that's where we're headed. The billionaires, which are all of their friends, are not being affected by this. If Barack Obama was for the people, why would he, he wants to give to the haves, take from the haves and give to the have-nots. Why was there a bailout of the banks? Why was there a bailout for the unions? Which that car deal was a bailout for the unions, and this healthcare plan is another bailout for the unions. And they are the vampire of the working man. The unions are the vampire of the working man. I think that's all I have time for.